All right, welcome Nine World Chronicles audience, and welcome back. Today I wanted to talk to you guys. It's been a long time since I actually just interacted with the audience and just talked and didn't do something that was, scripted and already thought out and all this stuff. So today I woke up and I was like, man, I really want to talk about one of the absolute worst figures in all mythology. This guy Gilgamesh, you see him pictured next to me, who was, of course, the King of Uruk. Comes to us from Sumerian mythology. Was rumored to have been, what was it, 1/3 human and 2/3 god, or some crazy ratio like that. But what we're going to talk about is not his accolades. We're not going to pump up this guy anymore. We're going to talk about how bad he was. This guy is one of the biggest a-holes in the entire history of a-holes, right? And let's start off with why. I have three very strong points, because I know some of you guys are going to argue with me. He's a very popular guy. You guys, I think there's a Gilgamesh movie that's about to come out, right? I should have waited for that, but here we go. So, got 3 points I'm going to make about this guy that's going to prove to you that he's possibly the worst figure ever, okay, in terms of mythology, right? Worse than Zeus, worse than Odin, Loki, any of those guys, okay? And let's start off with why. First of all, this guy is a notorious rapist. You guys read the early stories about Gilgamesh, right? He was so bad. He was raping everybody. Didn't matter. Male, female, old, young, married, single. Didn't matter. He didn't care if you were a guy and you weren't gay. Didn't matter to him, okay? And I get it, okay? You shouldn't be raping people who are gay anyway. But here's the thing. There's zero chance that I'm going to enjoy. If you meet some guy, maybe I'm gay, I might be like, okay, it's Gilgamesh. He's a rich guy, built and good looking. No, he didn't care about any of that. And it was so bad. He did so much raping of the people that they had to pray to their Sumerian gods to get him to stop. Now let's pause and think about that. They prayed to the same Sumerian gods who on several different occasions tried to murder all of them. That's how bad Gilgamesh is, okay? That's how bad he was. And he was also so bad that these Sumerian gods, Enki and all the pantheon, Inanna, they all sat back and said, yeah, you know what? He is kind of raping a lot of people. We need to do something about that. So it was so bad that they created Enkidu. All right, let's let that settle right there. That's how bad he was, that we have to create a superpower being strong enough to stop him, because nobody can stop him. You're just walking down the street, he grabs your mom, he grabs your dad, we're having a raping party right now, you're invited. And that's what's going down. So they create this guy Enkidu. I mean, think about all the production in that. It's like you had Superman, and you had to create another Superman to stop Superman from tripping. That's who Gilgamesh is. All right. It was a horrible, horrible situation. And he only stopped because Enkidu put hands on him. He wasn't even, people couldn't even complain. He'd be like, okay, I get it. I'm raping you guys too much. I'm a rich, good looking guy. I can go and get any woman I want. I have goddesses. Trying to hook up with me. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to go over and rape all these people instead. My own people, my own citizens, right? Citizens of Uruk, my rape farm. Anybody, you better not be, like, the streets must have just been deserted. Nobody ever would want to go outside in this town. Who would? You got to worry about Gilgamesh, who's always out there on the predatory hunt. So that's rule number one. That's the first thing. He is one of the most prolific rapists I have ever heard. Nobody ever talks about this. Right? It's the beginning of the story. He was raping a lot of people, okay? Now, the second thing that really, really sparks me off is this whole situation with Inanna, right? And I know Inanna had her own separate set of issues, okay? We're going to talk about Inanna in a more personal light. And, yeah, she was, like, Inanna, yeah, I mean, she was horrible. She was bad. And he was right to reject Inanna. If Inanna came up to me and was like, hey, Nine, I'm really feeling you. Let's do this thing. And I'm like, yeah, I heard about it was Demuzid. You got him trapped in hell. You got a bunch of other. I'm like, yeah, I am not going with her. No matter what happens, I'm not ended up with Inanna, because I know it's going to be messed up. But here's what he did, man. He insulted her. I mean, we all know a woman has, especially a woman like Inanna, right? You have you're a goddess of beauty, like you're well known. Everybody loves you, or fears you at least. It seems like your sister didn't really love you, but you're not used to rejection. So what he needed to do was ease her down off her ego. Inanna, I just really got to think about this. I'm involved with someone, and I don't know, okay? And I'm going to explain to you why he needed to do that. Because when Inanna gets mad, Inanna does insanely crazy stuff, like unleash the bull of heaven down on all the rest of us. The Bull of Heaven didn't even touch Enki. Didn't even touch Gilgamesh, right? But what did it do? They let the Bull of Heaven just out, just run around crashing through stuff like he's a Schlitz malt liquor bull. Just having himself a whole heyday of fun, right? That's what he was doing. Until, of course, Gilgamesh and his homie Enkidu had to go and stop him, okay? But how many people's houses got busted up? How many Schlitz malt liquor beer commercials were filmed around Sumeria, or maybe even all over the world? This is a giant bull who could run really fast. That's because of you. So everyone who got killed, who got your house, you got trampled, or your house got smashed on, you can thank Gilgamesh, who's a king, who should have some level of diplomacy to make sure that the citizens of Uruk were safe. But he didn't do that. Why? Because Gilgamesh doesn't care. That was the whole thing. That's why you were one of the worst kings of all time. I don't know how you got there. Clearly, this was a hereditary thing. This was lineage. This wasn't a vote. Nobody would have voted for you. Okay, nobody. I would not vote for you right now. I wouldn't vote for you to be the captain of my block right now. That's how strongly I feel about you. And then let's get to the real meat of why Gilgamesh is such a horrible person. Poor Humbaba. Look, I read the Gilgamesh story first. I will kill Humbaba. I will make a name for myself that will live for all time. This is what he did. So he gets his homie. And Enkidu was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Really, do you really want to go over here and just start beefing with? Because remember, Humbaba had done nothing. Humbaba, in fact, get out of the Gilgamesh stuff and go read about Humbaba. And read about who he was. This was a nice guy. He protected the forest. He was a forest creature. Sure, he was hideous looking. I mean, some of you guys are hideous looking too. That doesn't mean we deserve to be killed, right? I'm not 2/3 God. So I don't look like I'm 2/3 God. So he might be like, yeah, let me go over and kill 9. And that's what he did to Humbaba. Found a gentle forest spirit who protected the forest that we all enjoy. All of us enjoy, right? And for no reason, no beef, I'm going to kill you so I can get some fame off your... He's clout chasing. He's clout chasing. He was searching for likes and validation that thankfully you never got. And you know what? I'm glad that you failed in your mission to try to meet immortality and live forever. It would have been horrible for everybody. So it's good that you didn't get immortality and that you died. And wherever you are right now, I hope they have a jail, a sexual assault division where they put all the people who were rapists. And you know what? I hope Inanna comes to visit you every day and taunts you. Because you, my friend, were a horrible person. And I was down with Enkidu. I'm like, Enkidu, you cool cat, man. You died. I was messed up. This is the one who should have died, Gilgamesh. And they're going to make a movie venerating this clown here. But anyway, that's just a personal take on a character that we've discussed. Please enjoy some of our other videos here at Nine World Chronicles. I will be getting into a more formalized profile of who Gilgamesh is, but this was an emotional take. Just want to let you guys know about, watch out for this guy. If you see him coming, run. Hide your animals, hide your children, and even your parents. Hide anyone because he probably hasn't raped anybody in a while. So he might be looking for, getting some rape on. So thank you again for stopping by Nine World Chronicles. We have lots more videos coming. And as always, we appreciate you stopping in and showing us love.